heard an expression yesterday from Citizens Climate Lobby that I'm working with. The state of our union is closely linked to the state of our climate. That is our response to Trump. Resistance, it's good. I love it. We need to do all we can. I engage in influence and in persuasion through the Citizens Climate Lobby. Resist vigorously, but let's also look at what it would take for bipartisan political will for a livable climate. That's our motto for Citizens Climate Lobby. Citizens Climate Lobby has 70,000 members nationwide and 10,000 members globally beyond that. And our focus is on influencing those levers of power in Congress. Not only grassroots, but we're also what we call grass tops influencing people. When I discovered that CCL, Citizens Climate Lobby, works what they call laser focused on enacting federal legislation to price carbon, you've all heard of it, talked about it, as a way to incentivize, what a concept, the transition to renewables I was in. And what I'm learning, and it's a vertical learning curve at the tender age of 66, I'm on Medicare, okay, is that there is a way to effectively change minds, and I have to put down my piece of paper to give you another piece of paper to read, but I won't. So, Citizens Climate Lobby is a bipartisan, revenue-neutral, market-driven solution. Actually, I should say it's advocating that, and that is called fee and dividend. Yes, it's a carbon tax, but it goes back to everyone in this room equally. It turns out, after 6 years of developing a base of information for this, that it is acceptable to both progressives and conservatives. And so the Noah's Ark model comes into play here, where in 2 months before Trump was elected, the Citizens Climate Lobby, after 6 years, had 6 Democrats in their caucus, or this caucus that they helped create called the Climate Solutions Caucus in the House of Representatives. We're not talking to the Senate yet. And 6 Republicans, there's the Noah's Ark. You can't become a member of the caucus without being bringing a Republican with you. Trump's gift to the Citizens Climate Lobby is that now we have 38 Democrats and 38 Republicans in the climate caucus. And there's a group of very skilled people in DC that are part of Citizens Climate Lobby, helping every week a new pair sign up. It's accelerating rapidly. So let me get back to this. Most experts agree, and we're talking about a massive 6-year campaign of information gathering, that it would have a large and relatively rapid effect on emissions, as well as on the competitiveness of renewables. And so if you put a tax on carbon-based fuels, which are not going to go up in price in our lifetimes, because we are extracting far more than there is demand, and that's their plan, is to keep it cheap. If we raise the price of fossil fuel, then renewable energy sources become more competitive. CCL's carbon fee and dividend proposal avoids calling it a carbon tax, which is a non-starter for Republicans, of course, while ensuring all households receive a dividend. There's an enormous amount of detail. I can only present to you what I can in the next minute. Most lower-income families' dividends would exceed what they are paying out in increased fossil fuel, because low-income families don't have high carbon footprints like affluent families do. And that sounds like a charged statement, but when you look at the facts behind it, it's proven. Some people are even calling the dividend the prototype of a guaranteed basic income for all Americans. So, the bipartisan House Climate Solutions Caucus that CCL Citizen Lobby has catalyzed its creation with 68 members is growing every week. There are reasons to believe that the Climate Caucus members are drafting legislation, well, I know they are, that will be introduced to the House sometime in the next several months. So, the time to assert the political will. If you remember, Bernie started off everything saying, find a way to involve yourself in the politics of climate change. Assert political will for meaningful federal climate action that CCL has spent years organizing. This bill, that they call it dropping a bill, is nearing rapidly. So to conclude, the state of our union is closely linked to the state of our climate.